And welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, is my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what do you have?
Oh, you know me, some Tito, some Arms, some Crayon. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lure 7 Oaks Cabernet, as per use, as you like to say. Well, John Cena and Logan Paul try to change the face of wrestling. Becky Lynch goes for a second try at the Women's Intercontinental title. And two superstars will be crowned men's and women's Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. It's Friday, June 6th, 2025, and this is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in, everybody. Happy Friday. If you are new here, welcome in. Hit the old like and subscribe. If you're a regular, you know we love having you. Welcome back in. Nikki, it's an exciting one. We are previewing Money in the Bank 2025.
Money.
My little
Money Inc.
Money Inc. shirt to go. A very, very fun night. We got a lot to get to. We got trivia coming up for one lucky caller to call in. We put that in the chat. First caller gets it in the StreamYard link. 5 questions. See if you can go perfect 5 for 5 and win the Rice-A-Roni or other trinkets, which could include the Danhausen socks, the very elusive Danhausen socks.
You're so bad at showing them. You were showing it backwards.
Yes. So, regardless, again, a lot to get to on the action docket or on the docket tonight. But a lot to get to for tonight's show. But as we like to, one of our funnest and favorite segments, we kick it off with NIKKI'S non-kayfabe news.
We always got to talk about sad stuff. And I think what has taken Twitter, wrestling, dirt sheets, all of our hearts, R-Truth announced on June 1st that he was basically no longer with WWE. He's not being renewed. And everybody is sad pants. Like, admittedly, when I first saw it, they were like, oh, crazy R-Truth. Like, it's June 1st, not April 1st. And then, like, when Sean Ross was like, oh, yeah. And then other people were like, oh, yeah. And then, like, the whole locker room is like, you know, Miz, Rhea Ripley, everyone's just like, what? No, why? Like, thank you, Ron, for everything. So he's been, God, I guess this is the second tour of duty with WWE. When he come back in 20.
Yeah. But then he's been like back for 2 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like Steven or Reese or Ed or someone's gonna correct me. I want to say 2008.
Yeah, and he came back after a great run in TNA at Ron Phillips. So, I mean, his original run, I remember him as the K Quick side. I think I still have that CD somewhere. It might be in my parents' house somewhere. That like WWE, the volume 47,000 tracks
Mhm.
when it just started getting ridiculous, and they just made them every like 6 months because they were trying to cash in on something. But anyway,
Mhm.
I digress. But yeah, and then he went to TNA and kind of won the world title there, and not reinvent himself, but kind of reinvent himself. Like, was one of the first guys to go and come back, and do that. So he came back. He did it before Christian. Christian was the original defector, if you consider it, from WWE to go to TNA. At least when I think about it. But regardless, I know a lot of people are up in arms over this, and I totally understand. He's comedic joy. He's great in backstage and does a lot for getting other people over, including not only himself, right, but getting other people over and adding that levity to the screen that you need. But I mean, I kind of understand it. Like, not renewing his contract makes a lot of sense to me because, again, he's been there 20 years. He's probably making a good penny, and like from the business side of things, right?
Yeah.
But the other component of it is I know he just had that match with Cena, and it was a big moment for him, right? But like, the other component is he's taking up 5 minutes of TV time every week, and yeah, it's gold. And I know Josh loves this, and we talk about this, like maximizing 5 minutes and everything else. But to the same extent, to me, I understand, because you can find somebody else to replace him, and even like you can find somebody to do the backstage. It's a Santino Marella role. Like, he didn't have that many matches. You don't need to have many matches. You just put him in a backstage segment for a bit, and it gets somebody over. It's a chuckle here or there, and it's enough. So I understand the logic behind doing this. Honestly, the person that I would love to see, where'd they go? Oh, you got him now. Oh, no, they're about back. Is Danhausen. Like, you got the socks. Danhausen's the perfect, if he ever gets released of his AEW contract, would be the perfect person to fill that backstage comedic type role, have a match here or there against like R-Truth does. And I get it. Like, we love him, we love everything he does, but I think he may not have much more value left. As per, the guy's 52 years old. Maybe give him a run. And the idea too is the partnership that's going on right now with TNA. It could be the perfect segue for him to go back there and do some runs as maybe Ron Killings, and he still has a great history there. So I'm not as up in arms over it as everybody else seems to be.
I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's maybe, and there was this whole debate online, is it better now that they're just releasing, just like letting your contract run up, like you're not stuck for 9 months and no one's using you on TV, like what they did to Brody Lee. They're like, hey, like financially, like what they perceive him bringing to the table is not probably worth, because he's probably 6 or 7 figures.
Yeah,
being there for 20 years, being
Yeah, he's probably high 6 figures.
Yeah.
Mid.
So like, again, in my like financial brain, like it makes sense, but doesn't mean I'm not, like, there's so many like fun things that he's done, and like I like to think the early days of the 24/7 championship, and then it got just them playing Scooby-Doo in the background at the end, but the beginning was fun. And him and the Miz, when they were like Healy in the beginning, like, and they got arrested, and like Triple H, like that whole thing was so fun. And he just like kind of reinvented himself, but by not but still, I don't know.
Yeah, and it gives them time to go and collect paychecks elsewhere.
Yeah,
some other companies.
I think it's just more, I just feel bad for the locker room, because it seemed like everyone was gutted that he was just sort of like a light, and it's like you're losing coworkers, and like like where I work now is laying off a bazillion people right now, and then I talk to one person one week, and then Monday they're gone. So like it's hard to like you lose coworkers. So I feel how it's people like, and then Rhea like posted on Instagram and she was wearing an R-Truth shirt, and then when she cut a promo on Raw, she was wearing her red bralette. Like apparently they weren't allowed to wear R-Truth stuff, and like the crowd was chanting for him all night.
Some sort of work. Yeah, I could see it. It would be.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about like Ron Killings the person. I hope he like saved money and was smart about money.
Even if there are you want to be fucking.
Girl. But yeah, I'm hoping like maybe he could just save. He was smart with his money, and then he could just go on the con tours and then see, Nick and Lisa at, a place in Morristown, New Jersey.
I know. Lisa, get ready. Get ready. We got new stuff to give away too. We got hand sanitizer for all you dirty doms out there that need to get clean. Yeah, you guys see, there's the pitch for it.
Oh God. You need to see my red face close up. No, thank you. But then also, kind of pivoting in the same vein, there was a couple other superstars that also said that their contract is coming up and it's not being renewed. I think first was Sarah Logan. Also posted that on her. I don't know if it was Instagram, Twitter, same thing. Again, she had 2 kids with oh God, what is he? Eric. He's Eric. I'm just like, it's Raymond.
Because Eric got hurt, and then she was with Ivar for like a hot second.
And then Michael Cole was being real gross with her and her antlers. But I know, but she kind of like, I think she's just done. She kind of said in that post that she was like looking forward to just being Sarah again, and she liked Sarah. And then they have like a big crazy farm, and they think they're Vikings and all that crazy stuff. But like, obviously her husband's still there. But you know, once the Riot Squad kind of broke up, and then she was like a weird hillbilly for a while. And then she was Valhalla, but everyone got upset. She was like the other indie wrestler that everyone's like, oh, she bit off her, and that was a whole thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Again, I mean, with her, like, again, I wish her the best of luck. Hopefully, she can do more on the indies. You know, moving forward. There wasn't really much for her.
I don't. The second kid's got to be around a year, if not less. The second one is relatively young, so I think, you know, again, whatever you want to do, sister. If you want to go on an indie tier, go on an indie tier. But I kind of, her post made it seem like she was just going to, you know, be a mama, which is great, you know, fine. Exactly. You know, which wish them all the best. I want him to be Raymond Rowe again, but I digress. And then also, lastly, which I think he probably had like the best attitude, the funniest post. Carlito, which makes me so sad because I wanted him and Raquel to get together. Also said that within his contract ends in 2 weeks, and that he owes WWE money for something. And then he
was only on TV. He like never had a match.
Yeah, and then he'll be back. He's like, I'll be back in 16 years again. But he has his family owned indie in Puerto Rico. He's already had a match there. I think he's already got a belt there. Like, you know, again, if you haven't,
he does have.
If you haven't watched Glow, which is the Netflix special, Netflix show with my beloved Mark Maron, he was on there, and him and Eddie Chavo Guerrero were like the coordinators to help do the wrestling. I really miss that show, and COVID fucked that all up. But if you haven't watched it, go watch Glow on Netflix. He's on there, hilarious. But he's gonna bounce back somewhere. But again, like, they're not used. He's just in those little comedic spots. Again, his line last week is like, "You guys got me in our chicken nuggets." Chef's kiss, and all. I really loved him in the Judgment Day. But if you have your 5-minute comedic spots, again, him taking that spear from Braun Breaker was incredible. But I get why, unfortunately.
Yeah,
they're not.
Reese says he thinks Carlito News back for the bag.
Oh yeah, but like, you know, you had that big spot in Puerto Rico, and then I loved him in the Judgment Day. But you know, I think he knew. Like, hey, how much money was he making to just eat an apple and like make a weird face in the background and try to flirt with Raquel? Like,
yeah, you know, so they'll never get together.
I know, it makes me really sad because, like, I don't think. Now I'm trying to rack my brain. Did we see him with them on Monday?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so well maybe.
Oh no, not Monday. No, sorry.
No, because Monday would be.
Yeah, no, he was gonna.
Yeah, so.
That,
what if wrestling's greatest what if Carlito and Raquel got together?
Well, Nikki, let's not end on a bad. Do you have any good Nikki's news for this week?
Oh, baby, do I got some good news. Honey, she's home, and the NXT is going to be a little more glamorous. Mariah May has signed with WWE, made her debut on NXT, and basically told the women's locker room that she's going to be the next NXT Women's Champion. and she got a big pop. Like that crowd was like excited to see her. She looks fantastic. Again, they're kind of doing what they did with Ricky Saints. I see you, Steven, and Reese. That she's gonna have like they're gonna change her name. I really hope not.
Yes.
But like again, the same with Ricky. Like she owns the name, but maybe they're not gonna use it. But like I don't know, Mariah May just flows and sounds so good, and like she looks super cute, and that's why she posted to on Instagram, and she was like, "Honey, I'm home."
And it's checking in Mariah December.
No, so well, like I'm sure we'll see next week, and I'm sure either at whatever NXT shows in July, because they have that whole block of shows. It's like Saturday Night's Main Event, whatever the NXT show is, Evolution. They're all in that, span of that weekend. So I'm hoping she'll probably take the.
Ooh, I like that. Soraya September.
What's Paige's real name?
Steven wants Maggie May.
She doesn't look like a Maggie. She just looks and feels like Mariah May. I don't know. I guess we'll see next week. But again, this is why they kind of cleared the women's, the NXT women's kind of top tier. I think she's going to come in. I think that's kind of why they put the belt on JC. Like, hey, thanks for your service. You're going to drop this to our next big star. But I'm super happy for her that she's saying like forever, like going to AEW is sort of just like a means to get to WWE. That was like her dream. She's been posting all of like her going to like the past couple WrestleManias and her like taking photos with the Triple H cardboard cutouts and like, so like I'm happy like, you know, she living her dream and I love her. And I really, again, kind of where she started in AEW and kind of like the leaps and bounds that she has done. I'm hoping that she'll continue to do that like in the PC and then we'll just see her as like this incredible champion. I know. I'm happy for her.
I'm excited as well, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was going to take her a little bit more time to get as polished and to the main roster as did the other, Pierre and some of the other Julia that they recently signed. But because she I think needs the character development to move forward because she's not like this like super overwhelmingly like muscular, like anything that she could just dominate through everyone. I think she needs a little bit more cunning, a little bit more of a backstory. But in time it'll come, and they've given her a strong start to it, like pushed right to the top.
Yeah, the lights out, the light on, and I think I'm more excited to see her as much as we all love the story between her and Tony and everything she did with Mina. That's all she kind of did. As much of that story between her and Tony was incredible. I'm excited to see her outside of those two people that she's so heavily tied to. That I'm ready to see like the next. Whatever we have to call Mariah May next week.
Exactly. Yeah, she's gonna have a name change, but we'll see. Again, very very exciting to see.
Just keep Mariah. Give her another.
Just call her solo Mariah. Like Cher. Believe it.
Then Mariah Carey will come out of nowhere and be like, no.
Oh man. Well, Nikki, should we put a bow on it?
We can hit my music.
Yeah, I know. And Mariah Sakoa. Touche, Ed. Touche.
She's like the new street champ.
She is, yeah. But Nikki, before we get derailed too much, you know it tends to happen.
Crazy kids in the chat. I love you immensely, all of you.
We are here for Money in the Bank, Los Angeles. But before we get to that, we're kicking it off. We started doing this and having a blast doing it, and without a little controversy along the way. Josh,
you're crushing around.
I researched them. I made sure we doubled down on the research.
Oh no, I'm so upset. Our rice and roti expired 4 days ago.
Oh man, hold on.
I don't know if you can see it. June 2nd.
Giving away. See, you're not making us look good with these expired products.
All right, well, I got that
prizes. So whoever the contestant is, the lucky contestant, we do have other prizes. We have the elusive, if you go 5-0, the elusive Dan.
Oh, we should have grabbed the hand sanitizer.
We also have, you get a choice between Danhausen socks. We also, along the coasters and koozies, and who doesn't want an Ultimate Warrior bandana? Josh.
Oh.
So there's a lot of stuff to give away.
Yeah. You keep moving that.
I don't move things around.
That thing keeps moving, and I swear something's moving it.
It's not that time. Not that time of year. That's October.
Our house is Monday.
But it is trivia. And we're going to do, Nikki,
Yes.
trivia. Money, obviously, it's money in the bank. So we're going to do a little money in the bank theme trivia. So it is. Here's the rule. One lucky caller, because we've tried to do 5 callers, but it gets all crazy. So what we'll do is we'll have the first caller up on the line. You can, if there's another caller on the line, we can phone a friend and see who the other caller is. And we'll throw a little Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type rules in it. What's going on?
Joe.
Oh, Josh.
No,
Unbelievable.
and then Joe told me to keep drinking. So cheers to you, man.
Unbelievable, these people. Already from the peanut gallery. So, one caller, try and get 5 in a row. We'll throw a little, if there's another caller on the line, they can be a phone a friend. That's how we'll do this. Mixing up a little bit. But Nikki,
Oh, God.
kick it off. It is Money in the Bank trivia. All right, Nikki, we got one on the line ready to go. He's our friend from overseas, Scotland, Reese.
Hello.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You've got me on the PC, so don't go plastic on me, but do keep it real.
Interesting. Touche. I never take on the PS4. The PS4. Yeah, I never had a good internet connection. And then now I'm just, man, I still don't think we have a great enough internet connection.
No.
But what can you do? What can you do? We do the best that we can.
You can live, survive, cross paths.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
All right, Reese, are you ready?
Buckle up.
Go on then. So it's only 20. Money in the Bank's only what 20-year concept. So showing my age a little bit, but here we go.
Yeah, but Reese, you were like I said, I told you this. You're a throwback because you literally watch so much wrestling.
You got no idea. You got no idea.
There's some stuff that you talk about in your show, like the Andy Guerrero stuff that you remember the other day with the Rams. I haven't watched like any of the ECW matches from back in the day that much. Like I'm sure Josh is gonna be like.
The thing is, I might forget like the random things. Like, for example, who won Money in the Bank in 2011? Well, yeah, that's quite obvious, but I know who won it. But there's times where you'll just forget that moment. But then I'll pull something random out my head. Like, for example, King of the Ring 1993 and King of the Ring 1994 were both won by brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you'll get random shit out of me, but like you'll also get, who defeated Kurt Hennig to become AWA World Heavyweight Champion in front of a sold-out crowd? Well, it was Jerry Lawler, and it was an absolute madness of a riot. So you'll get crazy shit out of my head.
This is gonna be fun. All right, Reese, let's get to it because I know the chat could buzzing over this too, and Josh is gonna freak out at every question. So,
sounds good to me.
First, I tried to do these as increasingly more difficult, but who knows?
Oh God.
So we open our first question of the night. Who won the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match in 2005? Edge, Chris Jericho, Shelton Benjamin, or was it Kane?
For one, not to wind anybody up, but I did rewatch this match last night. But I did watch this match live in 2005 as an 8-year-old. See, I'm proving my age, ladies and gentlemen. It was not. I can absolutely confirm it was not won by the creator of the match, Chris Jericho. It was not won by the best spot in the match, Shelton Benjamin, who ran the ladders, and it was not obviously won by Kane, because Kane was not going to be a world champion for another 6 years, well, actually 5 years, but they really don't care. It's obviously Edge, because he had the best cash in as well at New Year's Revolution 2006 after a 55-minute Elimination Chamber.
You, sir. One for one. I had some bonus questions too, but I didn't. Because some of them were like, oh, like this one, it's like, oh, it could be 1A too. So. All right, question number 2. In what year? In what year did the first women's Money in the Bank match take place? Was it A, 2015, B, 2016, C, 2017, or D, 2018? Here we go with years. No Googling.
Don't worry, I'm doing this.
We're doing the honor system over here. Hold on.
I like that. I'll say. I mean, I've got 3 monitors. They're both turned off. My phone's off on charge anyway, so it's just me looking at one. So 2015 was no. 2016 they just brought back the brand split. 2018 was the year of the first Women's Royal Rumble, and they didn't do 2 firsts in 1 year because WWE are not that generous to people. Carmella was the first winner. She won it twice.
Much as I love her. Well,
2016?
He's saying 2016. Is that your final answer?
I'm just doing the process of elimination in my head. I know for a fact Carmella won it, and then they took it off her, and they done it twice because, again, James Ellsworth and his ridiculous haircut. Let's see, who was... Because she cashed in on Charlotte, and it led to the rage of Becky Lynch becoming a half-hybrid Rock and Ric Flair, which was just absolutely funny, of course.
Man, I need good music for this. I need to get good music for this thinking portion of this. Do you want to phone a friend? We have others on the line that can phone in.
well why do you do this?
Well, if it's a different, he's got 5 questions. He's got to get it right. He wants to go perfect. And what product would you choose? The socks or the headband? Or what else we got? Or the expired rice of Roni?
I have to stop right tomorrow because I'm out of eggs, so I'll get a fresh box of rice
Well,
ready.
what if he wants the expired?
If I get phone a friend, that means someone gets to take my place, and that just makes me feel awkward until I get a question wrong.
You're like the first.
It only lasts for a minute.
Hmm.
It's only 4 days. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's definitely not 2015 because they're not going to have a Women's Money in the Bank winner of the year AJ Styles comes into your company a year before, because they were building for that year before then. Women's Money in the Bank was definitely during the brand split because they did the Championship Scramble. 2017.
Final answer.
Yep.
Reese, you, sir, are correct.
Process of elimination.
2 for 2. He had decent tough. That's why I was.
And just to prove a point, because it is literally dead. Like my phone's got so little charge, it's there, but it's like a 40mm cable.
Hold on. Prove your point. Prove your point. We can pull that up.
Oh, I will gladly prove a point because I don't. If I get a question wrong, I get it wrong. Like, go on your own merit, for goodness sake.
The integrity.
Absolutely.
Question
Absolutely.
3. Who has the most Money in the Bank ladder match appearances? Is it A, Kofi Kingston, B, Dolph Ziggler, C, Randy Orton, or D, The Miz?
Oh, that's a good one.
I was debating whether this was a harder one than the previous one because they were on like kind of the same level.
Well, for sure, B, C, and D have all won the Money in the Bank. Let's see, Randy Orton's had WrestleMania 23.
I know there's a lot of good ones in here because like all these guys have been around for.
That's the thing, yeah, they have been. I'm trying to think. So the first time I remember seeing Randy Orton in the Money in the Bank was 2007. Kofi Kingston, I think his first Money in the Bank was WrestleMania 25, 2 years later. The Miz was in it, I think the same year. I don't remember him being in it at WrestleMania 24, but his tag team partner John Morrison was. 2010, obviously, the Miz wins the Raw one for the first time, and then the winner of that was because they done 3 Money in the Banks that year because they disgraced the concept. Swagger won it at WrestleMania.
I love listening to Reese think through his answers because he like offer opinions while you're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All your opinions.
Swagger won it in 2010, the last Mania to hold it at WrestleMania 26, and then they went to the two main of the pay-per-views because Kane won the first SmackDown one, and then he cashed in on Mysterio, and you had that awful Undertaker return. Even I'm an Undertaker fan, but I'll still say that return was awful. The year later, Ziggler won it for SmackDown, and so did Alberto lose your title by Twitter post Patron. I think it's for me. It's between A and D for me. For some, like I'm thinking it's between Kingston and Miz.
All right, Reese, we'll give you 20 seconds on this rapid fire.
I'm gonna go for Kofi Kingston.
You're going for Kofi. Chris B in the chat saying Kofi as well.
Yeah. And I am in full screen for anyone asks.
Well done. 3 for 3, Reese.
I really love quizzes, but I really do think shit out. I take it all seriously. There's a pride thing. I love quizzes, and I love to put myself to the test.
It's a little bit of a trick question because Kane's appeared in relatively as many, but Kofi's been in.
I think Kofi Kingston's been in the same amount of Money in the Bank matches, or he's close to the same amount of Money in the Bank matches he's been in Royal Rumbles. I think he's very close in terms of the two.
Yeah, number 7. Number 7. Him and Kane both share 7, but for this.
Yeah. The Miz is 5, I think. Is it not 5 or 6? Randy Orton's 3, I think. I think he's only ever been in 3, and he's won 1. And that was actually probably his best performance. I think it was the All-Star Money in the Bank, like RVD returned all that. I actually thought the 2013 Money in the Bank was actually probably one of the last good ones, apart from the 2014 win. But apart from that, Money in the Bank for me has been hot and cold ever since then. I think the early years were the best years. I think I'm going to say it controversially. I'm sorry for anyone that's listening, or you guys as well, depending on what you think. But I think the last good Money in the Bank was 2014. Anything after that, I've barely enjoyed.
I don't know. I think there's been some good ones, but we'll get to that a little bit.
Yeah, it's not a mockery on the concept. It's just I think it becomes harder to enjoy later on because you already know what to expect. Whereas the previous ones, they still grip you in a way. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's how I feel.
That's fair. All right, Reese. Now we're getting into some interesting concepts of Money in the Bank. I don't know if it's but not everyone has won, cashed in successfully. So, who was the first person,
Mr. Kennedy,
to lose their Money in the Bank contract in the match? It's either A, Otis, or Otis, depending on what year it is. C, Damian Sandow, or D, Austin Theory. I was wondering if this should have been an earlier one.
I'm not even it's a hesitation drop kick. It's not even a waste time for me. It's Mr. Kennedy. He got speared by Edge on Raw, and then Edge cashed in straight away on the SmackDown against The Undertaker. I remember that clear as day.
Well done, Reese. 4 for 4. He's going. Nikki.
Wasn't that a match to take the contract off Mr. Kennedy because Randy Orton didn't like him? Were you saying like he lost it, or like you cashed in and you lost it?
Yeah, so Cena and Orton had issues with Mr. Kennedy, like backstage, and they went to Vince, basically went, no, no, get this off him. He doesn't, no, he's not a representation of the
Right.
organization. So he's like, well, what can I do then? Taker's not in the best shape. I need a heel right now to go to SmackDown. Batista's not fully fit, so I can't have him champion. Edge is right there. He's hot. He's red hot right now. He's not going to beat Cena for the title again for another 2 years. So let's go for the obvious. And Edge's heel run on SmackDown was generational, in my opinion.
True.
Sorry, I just think your question was worded.
I know, it's always worded weird. Reese is 4 for 4, and the final question. Who did Damian Sandow cash in his Money in the Bank contract on unsuccessfully? Was it A, Sheamus, B, John Cena, C, Randy Orton, or D, The Big Show? This is a good one, I think.
That's a good question.
I was actually at the Money in the Bank in Philly when Sandow won.
I thought you were going to say when.
Right? Because that was I'm trying to think. That was the one that Sandow won and then Orton won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were there in Philly. And we were sitting next to the cutest little girl that was like a Randy Orton fan, and she went bananas. And her mom was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, I want to die. This would be our child, would be an even child. But I digress.
Big money question. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. This is good. It's good.
This one's a good one. I'm really trying to remember this one. Process of elimination. I'm just trying to remember it. So, because this led to him doing that really bizarre copycat character as well. Let's see. So
One of the best briefcases, custom briefcases.
yeah, it was.
The beautiful, like brown, like kind of like sort of like leathery looking one.
It was weird. Try to remember. That was 2013. Yeah, that was 2013, and it was world title. Because obviously Orton had the Raw one. So by process of elimination, it's not B, it's not C. It's again the SmackDown representation. It's Sheamus and the Big Show. But the Big Slow is everywhere. So
Reese, I'll give you the drum roll when you're ready. Ready?
That's a good one. I really do not remember this one. I don't remember the cash in. See what I said? Like I forget. Like what I said earlier on, I foreshadowed my own downfall. I say I forget random shit. And I forget Damian Sandow.
The most random one of them all.
Yeah, that was. I appreciate.
I don't know. They're all random.
I don't think this was.
It was definitely the World Championship. I can't remember for the life of me. So, and this might upset people that are watching, but I don't really ask for help that much. So I'm sorry, I'm not asking for help. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong.
He's going all in on it.
I feel bad for Ed because I can obviously see like. I can't help it. On my screen, it does come up like obviously the private chat. He's like, "I got you," and all that. That's a kind thing to say. I appreciate. That's
Ed?
Are you refusing to call in Ed, or are you going?
I feel like it's me or Ed.
Is he going down? He's going down swinging by himself. I don't know. You don't have.
To be fair, I do 85-90% of the work. If he comes in and does like the last 10-15%, he can have the fun. I just want an intro video. Yeah, I honestly still think I know for a fact it's not Orton because obviously he went and won the WWE title John Cena was WWE champion, and Sandow did not. Wait a minute. Wait, am I being 23rd?
You can do it, Reese. We believe in you. We want to get
21st.
rid of outdated rice-a-roni that's on the line.
Steven's gonna fight you for it. And you're like the Kennedy, and he's gonna be the edge and take the rice already off.
He came back to win the world title. You know what? I'm going to go stab on this one. I'm going John Cena.
Chris B agrees with you on John Cena.
I'm going Cena because he came back and won the world title. Alberto Del Rio came and he tried to cash in on the fucked up arm. Yeah, I'm going John Cena. Final answer.
All right, your final answer, Reese. Well done. Perfect score, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Whoops, went wrong.
I completely forgot. This is why I remembered it. 2013 Hell in a Cell. Cena returns to face Alberto Del Rio, etc. He got the championship match, and then the following week he got the rematch, and then Sandow's like, I'm not having this. I want to cash in, and then failed spectacularly. Yep, Cena. I was like, why was he escaping my head for some reason? I don't know why.
We don't care about the texture.
Oh god. Nope.
We're not getting into that.
It's like I say respectfully to anyone who's watching, trying to help. I know it sounds selfish, but if I'm in a quiz, I do it on my own. If I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I gracefully go, yes.
Reese, you did a fantastic job. Our first perfect score in the trivia challenge. Well done. We will let you go here. We'll catch up with you later. We'll call and get your thoughts on the pay-per-view as a whole. But Reese, well done. Touche, sir.
Thank you so much.
Official trivia champion, Reese. Well done.
Was the first one a test run? You
No,
tell us.
he had a perfect score. It's tough. One contestant with a perfect score. All right, Nikki, we're getting to it. Let's get ready. Money in the Bank in LA. Let's get ready now. For this concept, we have 5 regulars who have regular in the bank contracts. They can cash in and rant about any match if they're choosing to cut the line in terms of our normal calls. So it could be any match at any point in time. Nikki, are you ready to get to it?
Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Wild Wild West.
California love.
All right, Nikki, Money in the Bank. Let's get right into it. Just briefly, we go over our record for the year. The champ is here. 28 for the year, 4-1 off Backlash. You're 3-2 off Backlash, 18-10 for the year.
I don't even remember which ones we didn't get. Well, we both picked Lyra, or we both picked Becky and Lyra won.
It was one of the mid-card ones. I can't remember. It's always the mid-card match that we disagree on. It's the difference. But you got an opportunity, golden opportunity to get back on the leaderboard and take the title back.
Every time we agree on one, and I don't want to agree on every match, I was like, all right, well, I'll pick something different and argue with it. And then you wind up with it. So I'm sorry, I like to argue with it.
And you also
how must you agree on everything?
no.
Exactly.
Well, let's get right to it, Nikki. Kick it off.
Let's say that as we both agree on this match.
First match of the night. Becky Lynch challenging for the second time. Lyra Valkyria.
There you go.
Yeah, I did
it.
For the women's intercontinental title. Nikki, before we get to everything, what's your expectations before we get to your pick? Your expectations on the Becky Lyra match?
I don't know, because I did like their initial match, and again, I think the ending was a little sloppy because we didn't know if like her nose or she was selling in the thing. But I don't know if we're gonna get like a scrappier, more heely Lynch. That it's gonna be something more dastardly. I think it's the same debate we had the first time around. It's like, is she going to join Seth in the alliance? Is she, or whatever they're calling it?
No, that's actually a great question.
Because then, like, are they? Because I guess we'll get to it later that they're gonna. I don't know. I really loved that they. Looking back, I loved that Backlash or wherever the fuck it was, that Lyra did get the win. Again, like her costing Becky the spot in the Money in the Bank, her having some edge, her clapping back. Again, you can play the bird thing, but I feel like her actually beating Becky helped her a lot, and I think it's going to be like a summer of Becky, and it's going to be Lyra chasing her, and then maybe SummerSlam or whatever they're doing.
So do you see the alliance helping Becky?
I don't know, because I said I felt weird about this. Like, I don't want Braun Breaker coming out, but could you have like Paul Heyman come out and distract the ref? I'd rather that than like one of the actual guys. Not that sounded weird. Obviously Paul Heyman's a guy, but like one of the actual wrestling people, or then like then you have him come out and maybe do like a dirty dom, like he threw in the chair and just kind of threw it in the middle, like what do you do? And like I don't know.
The other thing is also, could Bayley return?
Did that just flicker, or is that just me?
That's just.
Tell me if something flickered.
But the other question is, could we see Bayley return in this match? Because again, she's been out since being attacked by Becky.
I'm thinking after, like, Becky's going to win. And I think because there's a stipulation, either if Becky wins, she gets her hand raised, or if Lyra wins, then Becky can't challenge for the belt again. And we've all watched how that went in AEW with Cody. That's not a great stipulation. So I think she's going to raise her hand, and after getting her hand raised, Becky's going to beat the shit out of Lyra, and then Bayley will come out and save her. And then that will lead into a thing. I'm hoping a triple threat at SummerSlam, but who's to say?
Well, Nikki, you talk about a triple threat. You already got a cash in. Are you ready?
Yes.
First cash in of the night.
Yeah. Believe it.
Get ready.
Cashing in is money in the bank. Therefore, this will now be a triple threat match.
A triple threat match.
All right, Lisa.
What up?
Cashing in. What's going on? Lisa, what are your thoughts?
So I'm liking Nikki's theory that Becky's hand gets raised, she wins. Maybe she, attacks Lyra afterwards, and Bayley comes out for the rescue. But I'm thinking, because I feel like Lyra's having a good run with this. She's growing up. She's not the baby bird with the golden wings. She's now becoming this because I think Lyra, if I remember correctly, is like Raven and Irish or something like that. She's become this badass Raven. So I would really love for her to continue this reign, to continue to have this match with Becky, because Becky has helped her grow a lot. They've been doing a lot of great things together, and maybe in the end, Becky doesn't join up with the alliance like tomorrow night, but maybe on like Raw or something, that's when she joins up, because Seth's like, babe, I know, things are hard right now. Come with me, I'll help you out, type of thing.
Oh.
I can't wait till they're together. You know, I love wrestling couples.
I know.
If they didn't have the stipulation, I feel like I would be more towards Team Lyra, but I just don't see them putting a stipulation on that, like Becky can't go after the IC belt.
Well, she has to raise her hand if she loses or if she wins. No, if Becky wins, Lyra has to raise her hand. That's the deal. And then if she loses, she can't challenge again.
Yeah, so I feel like I don't think you'd want to put that caveat on it. Oh, you can't challenge.
At the same time, what's going to drive Becky more crazy than losing to Lyra once again and never being able to go after the Intercontinental Championship?
Just to throw out an interesting, I guess you can. What if she like came back later in the night and won the Money in the Bank and then used that to reach
But
out?
like pull the Brock Lesnar, that she can just like her music hits and she can like she did the Royal Rumble. She just like came and like, oh, I'm in this match now.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be an interesting concept. But Lisa, captain your briefcase. Before we let you go, who do you got?
I think I'm sticking with Lyra. I think Baby Bird is going to soar.
Little bird, tiny bird, baby bird.
Right, Lisa's got Lyra. Lisa, pleasure.
you.
Hopefully catch up with you later. Cashing in her regular in the bank contract.
Who thought like a couple? I feel like maybe a month, maybe I guess 2 months ago, like we were just like, what is Lyra doing? And now I feel like we're all on Team Lyra bandwagon. Again, if she won, I would not. It's kind of with backlash.
I'm still not on Lyra's.
Why in God's name would you wear a costume with giant wings?
I'm a sexy angel.
Are we supposed to pretend like you're not dressed like a giant bird? I mean, if you're gonna be sexy, don't dress like a bird.
I didn't dress.
Unbelievable. All right. So she's got Lyra winning. Nikki and I agree on this one. We both got Becky becoming the new.
Also, I just feel like they love. My flip flop just fell off. But I feel like they love like a baby face chasing, and I feel like she's gotta, come back and sort of.
Joe's agreeing with his wife. Well,
Keep it
real
like-
shocker. Happy wife, happy life.
But I'm picking Becky because I think I want to see Lyra chase it and have Bayley come back and have the three of them do a program. But again, I wouldn't really be too mad if Lyra does win.
Yeah, no, I could see it. It would be a hell of a push. It would be an absolute hell of a push to give her 2 straight wins in a row, and like she can't re-challenge. But I see this still going. But Nikki, let's put a wrap on the Becky Lyra match for evening, and let's move into this one. Might headline, it might open, it might close. I just kind of threw it in here.
Now they said.
Oh, did they?
They said that the tag match is John Cena said it is a main event.
Well,
And John Cena wouldn't lie to us, babe.
and he wouldn't lie to us,
Babe.
but because you know what? The boys are back in town.
If it isn't professional wrestling's biggest wannabes. You both want to be me so bad it makes me sick. You want my fame, you want my money, but you will get neither because you are too desperate and you are too lazy.
These 2 Nepo babies were born on 3rd, thinking they hit a triple. Self-made man! Self-made man! These 2, I am the superstar in the WWE. My time is now. He has told the world that his time is almost up. He is the last real champion. I am the inevitable face of this company.
What are you guys arguing about?
Where you headed? Are you going to go back there and polish his peacemaker?
Driving all the old men crazy. Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. I said, boys are back in town. 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 Boys are back in town.
All right, Nikki. Let's get to it. The tag match is here. What are your expectations for?
Oh, I feel like this is, I don't know, a missed opportunity. I really wanted to see CM Punk Cena at this pay-per-view. But I get why they're doing a tag match. I get kind of protecting both champions at this point. If this pay-per-view is supposed to be about like kind of giving someone like a leg up on cashing in on the champions. And then with it being in the main event, maybe whoever wins the men's could cash in. Who's to say? But I think this protects Cena a little bit because as much as we talk about this on the show all the time, we don't like Logan Paul as a person, but boy is good in the ring. So seeing him with Cody again, they had a match, right? Or am I thinking him and
Yeah, they had a match. Yeah.
Were they both at Saudi Arabia?
I think that was it was Saudi Arabia. One of them.
I know him and Roman was at Saudi. I don't remember
I think it was Saudi Arabia.
any Hoosers. But I feel like you can protect Cena more in this match because again, like him and Cody at Mania was dog shit. Him and Randy was better. I am worried that there's gonna be some shenanigans. But I'm hoping this is a fun match again between Logan, Jay, and Cody. I'm hoping they can pull something out. Again, from Saturday night's main event, I think Jay and Logan had a better match than I anticipated. Again, but there's gonna be some wacky stuff.
Well, that's good. Does someone show up? Like, does The Rock even show up?
No.
Like,
I don't think
maybe?
so.
I don't know. I mean, someone's got to show up, I feel like, to help Cena and Paul because they just got their ass kicked in the go-home show.
Yeah, we all know who's gonna be and we're all gonna hate it.
Well, who do you think it's going to be?
Fiend. It's gonna be fucking Travis Scott. And no one wants this. But it's going to happen.
I mean, this is the only scenario where it's okay for him because he's not a wrestler. I got he's training with Booker T.
Yeah, man.
Listen, Booker T trained. He trained the legend that is Jasper Troy. So
Jasper Troy, man. Again, he's mad with Oba Fett.
Yeah, he's gonna win the belt. He's gonna be the new NXT champion.
He is looking pretty svelte though. He's definitely dropped because they were telling on the show how much weight he's dropped, and he's dropped even more since the. But still.
Yeah, I mean, I think Travis Scott probably shows up in some form or fashion. They need someone to even up out. Either The Rock or Travis Scott. I would hope The Rock shows up, but I don't think The Rock's showing up to Money in the Bank.
I don't, because again, we didn't think it was bad blood. My WrestleMania media. That's when he came out and he did the whole went up his thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was maybe, and I was like, he's not gonna show up at Money in the Bank. It is in LA. I don't know. I just don't see The Rock coming out. Does his name John Cena? Do you think The Rock wants to be seen around Logan Paul? I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe not.
No.
But I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably Travis Scott more likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But Nikki, chat's blowing up about this.
Yes.
Someone
Gotcha.
wants to cash in.
Cashing in is money in the bank. Therefore, this will now be a triple threat match.
A triple threat match.
Get his music. He was on the line and then he dropped off. Oh man, I got too excited.
We had the Mrs. and now we're gonna have the Mister, and then Nick hit your music and you're not on. So I don't even know what's happening right now.
Not like it plays.
On the line.
Yeah, that's true. You want to cash in, but then sometimes you fake the cash in, though. How many times have you seen the fake cash?
It's like,
You can't
oh
keep
my
track
god,
of it the whole year. Unbelievable.
Or it's like, how many times?
It's Joho time. No, we need it better.
How many times when we were just talking about Carmella having it again, one of the longest reigns, especially with women, post Carmella, every single woman cashed in like that night or the next night. But every time she would come out and try to give it to Mike Chioda or the ref, I was like, what? Huh? You want to do what now? I'm like, she's handing you a fucking briefcase.
Well, you know what, Nikki? Just for this show, because we like to make picks and stuff, and since I'm the pick champion and you seem to pick your heart over your head, sometimes
good TV.
Listen, sometimes you want to cash in, you cash in at the right time, and you win the title, and sometimes you don't, and sometimes you just choose poorly.
He chose poorly.
I love that movie so much.
We're bringing back the 90s drop. That might be an 80s drop. Is that in the 90s?
No, it would be a 90s.
Steven. Where's Steven?
No, because there's a third one. I don't know. The best one, to be honest. I'll fight anybody.
But yeah, ultimately, I guess, you know, for me personally, I think that you're going to protect Cena, like again, especially with the pace that they did with Cody and all those other matches. You're going to protect Cena with this match with Logan Paul and let Logan Paul do all the heavy lifting. And it's probably going to be Logan, Cody, Jay most of this match, and then Cena pops in for a couple moments here or there. You know, at the end of the day, I think, me personally, I don't see this. Again, the two faces hitting their moves, or they were the tag team champions at one point in time.
Cody.
The
Cody. I did rewatch their press conference before coming down here. 16 minutes of Jay just belligerent, and it's phenomenal. Because I say this all the time, like they stood tall like every single show, both Raw and SmackDown before this. I think Cody's taking the pin here. People are also saying that Logan's in the match should take the fall, but like I don't see them having John Cena, even though even Logan does get pinned. I don't see them having John Cena lose a match until he actually loses the belt. Again, there's going to be some fucking shenanigans, and someone's getting a dick punch or a belt shot or a combination of the two. It's not going to be clean, and I think the baddies walk out.
I tend to agree, Nikki, with you on this one, that I think Logan Paul and John Cena are walking out with Cena's going to walk out with another victory and just going to continue to accrue momentum along the way towards eventually when he drops it back. More likely than anything, but yeah. Again, if you think differently and you got the faces winning, let us know in the chat. Get a little different, outtake on it. Nikki, we're getting to it. The meat and bones of this whole pay-per-view, right?
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and bones, meat and potatoes.
Well, I don't know what's as big as you for dinner.
I didn't have such your great home cooking the last couple of days. I've been away in Atlanta, so meat and bones. Yes. Meat on bones. Meat on bones. That sounds more like it. But whatever. Regardless, we like to start, as we always do, with the ladies. So let's get to it. The women's Money in the Bank preview. Let's see how we got it.
Bobby Sue, she slipped away. Billy Joe caught up to the very next day. They got the money, hey, they got away. They headed down south and they're still running today, singing, go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Ooh, so go on, take the money and run. Oh yeah, go on, take the money and run. Ooh.
Yeah, take the money and run, Nikki. Are you ready? So, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Nikki, what are your expectations for this match?
I'm excited for it. I love that it seems like I feel like it's gonna be the stare down that you always see in the Royal Rumble, kind of like an old versus new. Like with Steph, Roxanne, and Julia just getting called up within the past week, and then kind of like the older guard of vintage guard, as Tiffany likes to say, between Naomi, Alexa, and Rhea, which is crazy to feel like Rhea's like the elder statesman at this point.
Yeah, that is. Also, Naomi doesn't look like Naomi in this picture.
No, but I love Naomi. She was vicious the promo on Bianca on Friday.
So, well, speaking of Naomi, there's a lot of interwoven storylines in this match, as there is all the time. So one of the storylines with Naomi is, again, the Jade storyline. Does Naomi, and that's my question, is does Naomi and Jade, does that still continue in this match? Do we see Jade show up and potentially cost Naomi?
Again, I know this is wrestling, and I feel like there's so many other matches that are going to have shenanigans and dirty finishes. I think you can just keep this match to the 6 ladies that are in this match, because it kind of affects that my plans, because Mama has Naomi winning. I think Money in the Bank works best on a heel. Historically, hello Edge, like that's like the blah 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 opportunist. What is the word? Ultimate opportunist. Yeah. So just like that's the whole reason why this works, is like this heel coming in, like Carmella coming in and rolling up Charlotte, and then it's like Seth
Reese
coming in.
thinks Jade's getting involved.
I don't want to see it. There's too much going on, and maybe this is the old wrestling. I don't know. I just want to see it. Sometimes I just want to see a match, and I don't need it overbooked to shit. And honestly, we're talking about a ladder match, so it's going to be booked. I don't think you need to add another person. Then have the Kennedy Edge thing that once maybe Naomi wins, then they go into feud, and then Jade tries to take the briefcase off her. Or when she tries to cash in, then Jade circles her so she can't. I'd rather see that down the line than in the actual.
Josh has a nice scenario where you see Jade come out for a little bit, and then Jade and Rhea just, again, stare down moment, or maybe a little clash. Yeah, that's money. That's a money match that everyone wants to see. So
yeah, she doesn't need to be in this match. There's going to be so much stuff where I want it. It's
so there is other stuff in the match, and that's the question. So like you have Roxanne in the match. You talked about the three young ladies.
Definitely
new call up, right? Yeah.
Roxanne.
And Roxanne's already kind of made somewhat of a pact, right, with the Judgment Day. So will the Judgment Day come to help her? Sans Carlito. This picture has Carlito.
Can you have Dom come and try to help her like he always helped Liv? And then maybe Liv comes out and then tries to like get Dom away. Again, I don't want so many fucking run-ins in this match. You can't have a person come for every single person in this match.
I think there's a way. There's a way you can do this, right? Like the Judgment Day can come out to help, right?
Then do you have the Wyatt Six come out and help Alexa?
Well, yes, that's actually my. So then, do the Wyatt Six then show up for Alexa? That was my other question. Because again, we've been waiting for this interaction.
I don't. Oh my god, am I old that I don't want my wrestling overbooked to shit? Because it's been nothing. Every pay-per-view, every single match has been booked to shit. You already have a stipulation match. You don't need to insert everyone and their mother in this match.
No, because then you have because it would be so much fun to have everyone feuding with everyone, just the chaos. One of these 2 ladder matches have to have chaos. If not both, I want chaos. I want anarchy.
Not in the arena?
No, not anarchy in the arena.
I don't.
I know, Reese. I know they might hurt the quality, but there isn't going to be so many, especially in booking. Well,
they're not booking. Oh, and we're going to open with the men's, and then the women's is going to be in the.
Josh really wants to be added.
I mean, I don't want it to be an overbooked thing. Then again, like, you don't need it. You don't need it. Just let them tell the story in the ring about 6 women who are desperate to win their first or desperate to regain. Because really, you have 3 former champions in Alexa, Naomi, and Rhea, and then 3 hungry women who's never been champion on main. And then you also have the 3 NXT women that were all NXT women's champions. So you literally have 6 champions in this match. Let them fucking wrestle. Let my women wrestle.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, but Nikki, we got someone that's feeling very, very passionate about this match.
I'm sure they are.
We got to cash in.
Cashing in is money in the bank. Therefore, this will now be a triple threat match.
A triple threat match.
Talk about overbooked schmazzes.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Steven.
Steven!
Good evening, everybody. I have some thoughts on the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, aka probably can call it now the Booker T Invitational. Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
You gotta say it with a deeper voice, Steve. Like you smoked a lot of cigarettes and cigars in the last.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time. So anyway, yeah. So based on the ladies who are participating right now, Julia, Stephanie, Roxanne, you just got here. Thanks for playing. No, you can pick up your rice roni and turtle wax backstage. I know where you can get some rice roni, as a matter of fact. As far as the 3 that are left, it seems pretty easy to narrow it down. You have 2, yes, right there. Not a paid endorsement.
Seriously, not a pain.
So out of the 3 that are not noobs, you have 2 faces and a heel, and you have 2 face champions. So process of elimination. Who does that leave? The heel, Naomi. However, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this lineup is finalized yet.
Scandal.
I think there's either going to be some shenanigans and somebody's going to need replacing, or they somehow expand it to 7 between SmackDown tonight or right before the match tomorrow. Because I think your winner is going to be...
Oh my God! How could he do that? Steve, it's like he planned it out.
So dramatic.
Well,
On the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, oh, oh. On the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, oh, oh.
Stop breaking my heart, Steven.
I didn't go anywhere.
Well, apparently your connection did.
You glitched out. You such a cliffhanger.
Okay. Well, anyway, to reveal who I believe will really be the winner tomorrow night, answer these questions, and please wait till I'm done with all of them. Who just signed a nice, big, fat, new multi-year deal? Who just dropped a mid-card title that really she had no business holding anymore because she's transcended it? Who impressed their bosses greatly during Mania Week with all of her charming media appearances, despite not even being on the card? And finally, who has a gimmick and 2 sidekicks that are just tailor-made for a storyline in the mold of, oh, I don't know, protecting a briefcase for several months? Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I'm talking about. You know her, you love her. It is
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
You gotta do it like Samantha Urban, like.
No, I have my limits.
That's fair. That's fair. Steven with the mic drop moment.
Even with the broken nose?
Even with the people have wrestled with that before. Look at friggin' Brutus Beefcake. How many years he had a broken friggin' face for many years.
Wrestled with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, there you go. It can be done. Look at Cody years ago.
I want to believe in you. So
I'm
hard.
telling you, mark my words.
Well, then I want you to come back in on Sunday and gloat, and then you'll have the
Sunday. We are back here Sunday at 6 Eastern for our recap show. Yes,
Bookmark the time. 1 hour and 14 minutes and 30 seconds in. Chelsea Green.
Steven, well put. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven with his camera.
I want to believe, Steven.
Want to believe.
You've broken my heart before, Steve, so I don't know.
Nikki, who you got? Women's Money in the Bank winner.
I'm going Naomi. The heel.
I think she was brought up for a reason. She's going to cash in and go and call her shot against Io Sky. I think Stephanie McCare is going to be Miss Money in the Bank and a face Money in the Bank winner. One of the rare face Money in the Bank winners. That's who I got. I don't know. Joe wants to know if Steven got to get creative. Maybe.
I don't know. We've had so many shenanigans, and who knows what's going to happen tonight. I wanted Chelsea this match so badly, but I don't know. I want you to be right, Steven, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
That's fair. All right, Nikki. One more match to get to. It's the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Money talks. Nikki, Money Talks, men's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we have LA Knight.
Yeah.
Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth freaking Rollins, and El Grande Americano. Not checking.
Pulling double duty.
Yeah, I guess Nikki over. Yeah, I mean, well, he just. I don't. He's so good. Like, what do you expect? Give him something. Reward him for all.
Oh, Chad?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Look, I know, it's not the same person, but it is the same person. We saw your boots, honey. I just love that they're giving Chad Gable this push, and he is him and Stephanie are both pulling double duty. Again, we haven't really talked about it. Maybe we will do this on Sunday. That there's worlds collide at 3 Eastern, East Coast, U.S. time, and then 7 o'clock is Money in the Bank. But him and Stephanie are pulling double duty. He is going against Vikingo. I know he's not. It's El Hijo del Vikingo in Triple A. I don't know. I love this for him, but I don't think he's winning.
Well, you kind of answered one of the questions. You talked about him wrestling earlier.
Double did it, yep.
Yeah. So would we see a potential AAA wrestler in this match? Such
Why
as
are you Steven adding people?
I'm always adding people. Like the Kingo just cost him the match
Yeah, and they're fighting each other.
earlier in the night.
Maybe he could come back. I don't know. Let's just overbook every single match ever in the history of ever.
Yeah, I'm just saying every match could be overbooked.
Can we go back to your match graphic? Oh, for a second I didn't see Penta, and maybe my brain I was like, but you have somebody there. Like you have.
No, but that's why I say, do we see a AAA wrestler? Because you have Penta, you have Andrade, you have El Grande Americano who's competing on the card. Not random. So you can have crossover, and that's where I could see someone coming in, and you want to promote this brand that you just acquired. Why not
have someone come in? Then you. No, because you can't do that. Because then it was like, oh, do you have Chad beat Vikingo, and then Vikingo comes back to get revenge? But Vikingo's winning that match. I think that's main, and he's winning. He just got the belt off of Patron. I don't know. I'm glad he's getting his triple A. I think it's again not as a clear mix as the men and women's, but I just feel like with Penta being so new and Solo, new, but like this is I'm pretty sure first Money in the Bank match. You have Chad here, and your wild card of the past two Money in the Banks. I wanted LA Knight to win. Yeah, is it gonna win here? No, but I still think this is necessarily not a lot of people we've seen before together, and I'm excited about these six together. What's going on in the chat?
No, they're just going nuts. I mean, he's saying Patron losing his title up to 287 days for Vikingo to drop the belt a week later would be terrible.
Agreed. So I think Vikingo is going to beat Chad. Then do you have Grande win? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I don't know why either. The other question I do have is like, does the bloodline interfere? Right? Because you have now JC Mateo, Jeff Cobb, an Ed favorite, and you have Jacob Fatu with the tension boiling between Jacob and Solo. Could there be some nefarious activity where bloodline get involved again, or to maybe it costs Solo in this case, because again the Solo Jacob match is still on the horizon, and I think that's still coming for SummerSlam.
I don't.
Which is in New Jersey.
Oh yeah. I don't know. There's one person I see walking away with the briefcase in this, and it's not. I think it's gonna be fun in the match again. Maybe one of the bigger guys in the match, and I think it's great experience, great exposure. But I think there might be some. Do they even call him the Bloodline anymore?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Your thick son. That's R-Truth's last thing in WWE, getting the tour of the islands by Solo Sikoa's thick son.
But ultimately, Nikki, we got.
Oh, I think it's pretty obvious. The third love of my life, Seth Rollins, because again, heels win this match, and goddamn it, do I not want to see him open Monday Night Raw, and you see Paul Heyman walking down with the briefcase like he used to do with the belt for Brock or the Ula Fala with Roman, and you just see him walking down with the briefcase. I love that immensely. Again, it's Jay Gunter should be main event of Raw. I want Steph to win or cash in, maybe do a triple threat, maybe do what he did the first time. Again, the greatest cash in of all time, the heist of the century. I love my Seth Rollins immensely. It just makes more sense to put his character can walk around a briefcase. I don't see like Penta walking around with a briefcase. You're there so he can do a Mexican destroyer on the top of a thing.
Yeah,
But
no.
what character makes sense to have that briefcase? It's Seth all day, and then
I could see Solo too. I mean, I see your point. I could see like, but I also like earlier.
Solo's been so removed from Jay. Like Seth is actively going after Jay Gunter. That
You have a whole year technically to build somebody up.
Yeah, but when Triple H is saying stuff like he doesn't like this concept, I think these belts are going. These captains are going to be a quick.
Ultimately, Nikki, I think you and I do agree though. I got Seth Rollins in this match, as do you. I just think, I think the storyline makes the most sense, and it's going to be, again, just having him with the briefcase, going on cashing in. You can bring a bunch of people around to foil his cash-ins, and it keeps Raw a little bit more interesting. But Nikki, that we're not the only people that feel very passionate about this. We got another cash-in.
Cashing in is money in the bank. Therefore, this will now be a triple threat match.
A triple threat match.
Triple threat match.
We got to know what's in his head.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
And
You're
it's unbelievable. I heard that song again.
Get it together. Stop, you're muted.
Unbelievable. He's just
Don't yell at me, all right? Don't sass me in front of everybody
I will
else.
sass you. I'll call you whatever I
It's your
want.
little chicken tender slut.
I just take that as a compliment.
You would.
Hey.
Ed, your internet connection, I got one thing to say about it.
He chose poorly.
Oh, it's actually the only internet option around. It's not my fault. Shout out to capitalism. Let's go.
I'm running out of drops to answer any of your quips.
I can keep this going. You can throw drops at me all night, but listen, I'm supposed to only have like a minute. I've already chewed through like 30 seconds. So let me just get to the point here. Listen, I think the easy money is Seth Rollins, but I feel like throwing the briefcase on him right away with his group and everything, it feels too easy. It's a gimme, right? Like, what's the point of the match then? So I feel like Punk and Sammy are going to screw Seth. If any match on this card is going to be a big schmoz with tons of run-ins, it's got to be this, right? So let's throw him out of the equation. If I'm not going to if I'm not going to fantasy book this, then it's either my Starbucks order, El Grande Americano's winning this, or my boy, former Eli Drake, current LA Knight, or French LA Knight, LA Knight or woke LA Knight, DEI. Yeah. You know what I mean?
El Grande Americano is a diner order.
He's a what? I'm sorry, you broke up on me there. Nick, what was that? I'm sorry, you broke up on me.
I was thinking, El Grande Americano is a great diner breakfast order. It feels
absolutely
like breakfast combo.
Oh, fantastic breakfast combo, fantastic Starbucks order. Like, really can't go wrong.
Bacon, sausage, give me more meats.
Absolutely.
Attack.
What are the meats?
AFib.
You're the breakfast person. Really
sausage, bacon, pork roll, Taylor ham, whatever you prefer.
It sounds great.
Well, there's corned beef hash. Yeah.
They're protein. Are they meat? Protein.
No, we break them out of their little shell. If we let them be in their little shell, they would be meat.
That's confusing. All right, I think it's.
Do you know how chickens work?
We'll talk about it.
Honestly, I think that's a more interesting question than who's going to win the men's Money in the Bank. Nick, do you know how chickens work?
I don't know.
All right, so real quick, if I can put my Booker hat on here, let me fantasy book this, right?
Here's your pencil.
Yeah, right. Let me go get the pencil, Booker man. I respect you, and for that we thank you. Throw me the hell off the air. Sorry, referencing a ton of things now. Listen, let me fantasy book this, right? So Punk and or Sammy, they throw Seth and Braun and also Braun off of ladders or something. They're all gone. El Grande's not winning this. That is what it is. If I'm going to fantasy book this man, Karrion Kross comes out and kills the other 5 guys and wins the money in the bank briefcase, Brock Lesnar style. Right? Like, honestly, have this guy throw like 5 cross lines, have him cross jacket somebody unconscious, have him win the money in the bank. He's not even in the match. Who cares? Brock's done it once. Give it to Kevin. I'm all for it.
Unbelievable.
That would be because there's also rumors that his contract is going to be up in August, and I don't know. There hasn't been talks about keeping him, and it makes we're going to have to sit in the backyard and have a drink.
It's definitely one of those things. A lot of my friends who also watch wrestling have they've all come around on him now, and they're like, oh shit, this guy's awesome. And I'm like, yeah, they're starting to get rid of people, and like, don't be surprised when he's gone. And it's gonna bum me out. Like, unless they do something with him now, or unless we start hearing something about a cash in or a cash in, unless we start hearing something about them re-upping his contract, it's probably an AEW to get lost in the shuffle.
I would hate that so much.
Just send him to AAA. The guy was already a monster in AAA. Like, send him back there for a little bit.
I won't be mad at it.
Yeah. Not terrible. Not terrible idea. I go, well, it'd be interesting to see the pop. He would get a crazy pop.
The guy's got a hell of a head of hair. So does Roman. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I would take Karrion Kross over Roman Reigns any day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Anderson.
Get it, Scarlett.
She does? With a question mark? I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure she does.
Unbelievable. You too. And well done. Well done.
I'll be back.
Successful cash-in. Come back for the call-in segment. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed with the successful cash-in. Nikki, a lot of cash-ins, a lot to get to, a lot of fun opinions.
I know.
Reese and Cross will go. What reality is, they look like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve's like cross dressers.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Yeah, where's my drop when I need it? All right, Nikki, this has been a fun one.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, we're talking about money in the bank. Are you ready to open up? We opened up the phone lines for the regulars. Now we're opening up to everybody, whether you're a regular or not. Call in, let us know what you're drinking, the bar's moving.
Oh, sorry. I got
No, not you.
I bought
The
his
bar's
actual
on
bar.
you.
Yeah.
But call in below. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking for WWE Money in the Bank, Los Angeles 2025. Nikki, it's our funnest portion of the night. You're
I'm scared.
I don't have a good peripheral.
I'm scared. I don't look at. Oh God.
All right.
You look at you, not me, kids.
1, 2, 3. Nikki, hit the snare.
Trying.
All right. It's just me, if you didn't notice. Well, so let's get to some comments here. Reese, Rollins with his Rudy Poo crew winning Money Back Kingdom Champion feels a bit weak. LA Knight or Penta the best position overall. Penta's an interesting one. So, like, Penta to me, I don't know. Like, he's got a lot of wins, but like, yeah, they definitely built him up 100 times better than they did Ray Phoenix. But like as a face coming onto the brand, even though I just argued about it with Nikki, but like a face winning it, I don't see him carrying like the money, the gimmick doesn't make sense to me with Penta. Yeah, he's positioned well. He's had a couple victories. Like he's looked good, especially Judgment Day put him over really well. But I don't know that like they're buying time for Penta, in my opinion, to just get to Ray Phoenix. And justice for Ray Phoenix, poor guy. Like, and that's another thing that's interesting to me. I know everyone talks about like at least the IWC talks about how like Ray Phoenix has the most potential. I maybe because he's younger, but like he's not getting booked well, whether it's AEW or WWE. Like at least as a singles guy, he wasn't getting booked super strong. So like WWE's just buying time for him to be with Penta and AEW, which probably would have. I think we probably would have booked him a little better as a single star than WWE. But I don't know. It's an interesting debate. Yeah, on Andrade, yeah. But that's why I think like there's gonna be some sort of AAA component because there's three wrestlers in that match, right? That could be considered AAA adjacent or something along those lines. So to me, right, you have El Grande Americano who's competing at the AAA crossover PLA, pay-per-view, whatever you're calling it. You have Andrade and you have Penta. So it makes a lot of sense to me to kind of put that into the whole component of it. But I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be overbooked as hell. But bring her back in. You ready?
I'm sorry, Bayley. Oh, yep.
You're shaking the bar. It's a very
You're a flimsy bar. We are the bar.
Yeah, recently agreeing with me. I kind of went on a rant about like I don't think Ray Phoenix was talked about as like having the most potential, and I think like Penta's been booked better like every step of the way. Like if he was going to go anywhere, AEW as a singles person, he probably would have the most opportunity, and I don't think Ray Phoenix is going to get anywhere as a singles person. I think he's a tag team guy. I think he worked out really well as a tag team guy. But
Yeah, I don't. I've gone down this rabbit hole too many times on the show. Like I feel like Ed and I have had this conversation a million times that like everyone says that Ray is better, but I'm so more of a Penta fan. And I think Penta's your single star. And I think eventually there's so many things that I think post Money in the Bank, I still thought they were having a draft. Maybe they're not having a draft, but they keep talking about like the only person I trust is my brother. I'm gonna circle back.
True. All right.
You Barstool's trying to get used to it.
All right, Nikki. He was trying. He had a rant. He wanted to cash in. We didn't get him on earlier because he had a bad connection. So we're bringing him back in. Beat your heart.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi guys. So I'm about 3/4 of the way down a Trevento Argentinian Malbec from 2023. So happy Friday.
Trevento, I think.
What's that?
Trevento was one I used to drink a lot.
It's a Malbec, so it's decent. I prefer Merlots. Anyway, I'm torn between this Cena, Logan, and Jay and Cody match, this tag match, because I love what John is doing. And when he posted, I think it was him who posted something about, "Hey, I'm so glad that R-Truth was done." It just solidified the fact of his heel turn. It is only overshadowed by my hatred for Logan Paul. So I'm sorry. Oh, he's a great performer. In ring, he is phenomenal. But the rest of him. Anyway, I digress. I'm gonna disagree with you. I know you guys chose John and Logan for this. I think this is Cody and Jay's night. Because it's LA, I think Dwayne shows up. It is LA. It is the second biggest market for basically everything. And it's LA, it's Hollywood. So Dwayne is at least going to be in the building, at least not show his face during this match. But I would not be surprised at all if Travis Scott shows up. And that's how John and Logan get the win. If it's a clean win, I feel like either Jay or Cody will pin Logan because they're not going to pin John in Money in the Bank. That's not going to happen. So that I feel like that's how that's either one of those two ways. How that match is going to go. I got to give it to Steven for the ladies' Money in the Bank. That is so well thought out. And his evidence is so right there that, well, it's like you're actually in the writer's room, Steven. So I truly feel like it's going to be Chelsea Green now. I was going to go with Naomi. I was going to agree with Nikki on this one, but Chelsea Green's winning. It's solely because of what Steven said. That was phenomenal.
If it was my favorite Steven's pick, I would pick Steven all day.
Yeah. It feels like Steven's in the writer's room. And Steven, you're the smartest one in that room. The men's Money in the Bank, it's LA. It's LA night. Yeah, it's home for him. Seth doesn't need it. Penta, no, as much as I love Penta. A Grande Americano, no. Solo doesn't need it. It's LA night. Out of those six, it's LA night. Yeah, all the way. Sorry, it's happening.
So you want a face briefcase holder because that's what he's saying. I mean, he could turn, but he's not. He's so over.
Oh, I just saw Steven's comments. Sorry, Steven. Like that's it. It was so well thought out. Your evidence was right there. Like you deduced everything, bro. It was just so good.
You could argue. I'm throwing this back out there. You could argue that Steven.
He chose poorly.
I already mentioned with the Lyra and Becky match. I agree with my wife. I agree with Lisa, with Mrs. Joho. So, yeah, that's my take on that one. And Reese, well done on the trivia tonight. I would have been out on the first question, so well done.
Well, Joho, there's still other rounds where you could. Well, Reese has to pick from his prizes, but you could win. You could win the Danhausen socks or the Ultimate Warrior headband. Good for working out. I know you like to work out, so there's a lot.
That Ultimate Warrior bandana does sound pretty good in the gym. I'm not gonna lie.
Seriously.
Like that's the motivation.
Selection.
Like, I mean, I'm not gonna have any of that nose candy, but that extra pre-workout just hitting the bar and just losing my mind. People are probably gonna think I'm on coke, but
the bandana does not come with anything other than just a bandana.
Yeah,
so then why do I want it?
Yeah.
So that's my take tonight.
Joho, I know you thought about that prize.
Hated it.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Joho,
Joe,
cheers.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joho. Oh, interesting one, yeah. Well, we got our first perfect score on the trivia.
I know.
Very exciting. Well, speaking of trivia, bring him back in. He wanted to cash in. Unfortunately, we only had 4 briefcases. So we're bringing him back in.
Stingy.
Yes, to hear his thoughts on the rest of the paper. Reese.
Arrive, show up, trivia smash, leave. I'm back again. Hello.
Acknowledge me.
That's the only time I'll ever accept those words.
Well played. Reese, I know we were talking a lot about Money Bank. What are you drinking? What are you thinking? What are your other thoughts for Money in the Bank here?
Always basic. Always basic. I was actually, you know what's really annoying? Me and Steve think alike, because I cashed in like 30 seconds before him and I'll gladly let him have it. But I had the same idea. The exact same idea. Really, really well done. I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
Wait, Reese, if you had the same idea, I got a perfect drop for you.
It should have been me. It should have been me. It should have been me.
It's the perfect one. Oh, it's a Money in the Bank winner. Oh, if there's ever a time to use a Dolph Ziggler.
Where's the guy who had the most Money in the Bank one?
That's appropriate.
Matches?
Very, very appropriate. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for everybody, so everyone else can get a chance before SmackDown starts. I think I'm actually going to go with Steve anyway. I am sticking with what I had. I think Chelsea Green is going to win, but the men's Money in the Bank, there's going to be interference. There's going to be a screw job. There's going to be a seventh man in this one as well.
Ooh.
Just for them to take a ladder bump. And I've got LA Knight to win. Cashes in on Raw. Pins Gunther. Loses to Rollins at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Wait, say that again? One more time.
There's a lot of changes in there. Go ahead.
Short and sweet. LA Knight wins.
No.
You can do a thing as
Yeah,
you
no,
want.
you can't. No, you have a whole storyline.
If you and Steven are in the writer's room.
All right, last one quick, and then I need to run. LA Knight wins. Cashes on Gunther. Loses to Rollins at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Interesting. So LA Knight, Rollins, SummerSlam match. That'd be a big name. Yeah.
Not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. It's a good concept. It's a good concept. Reese, making us think here. That's how you book, as I like to call it, Reeselmania. Huh? You see what I did there? I like it. I like it. I don't know anyone else. Reese, touche. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend from overseas, Reese. Weekly steel chair. Interesting concept. LA Knight, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I fed him the last two Money in the Banks. I'm not doing it the third one. I'm not doing it a third time. Again, y'all broke my heart. Not doing it.
Yeah. I mean, LA Knight is one of those rare talents that you could put as a face and then have him like turn heel as a briefcase holder. But I feel like he's so over it.
I don't think as a person that you can do a heel face at this time. He's been so heel face. I don't know. Maybe just me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. He's one of those, because he works well as a heel too, but he's just so over it. And so that's the problem. I feel like if you're such a great heel, you get over now in today's wrestling. So it's hard to have him. I feel like it's just like it's like the title. It's like you throw the title on somebody because it gives them extra aura, as or appeal, so to speak. So
I don't think we're cool enough kids to say they have aura.
That's fair.
We're not young like Reese.
I know. Well, I'm trying to stay hip. Just let me.
I'm the old. I'm the old lady mom of the group.
I know what you're telling me.
Cut it out. Get out of here.
I know. All right, Nikki, we got one more on the line to round us out before we get to SmackDown. He called in earlier to let us know. But are you ready? Let's round us out. Let's hear what's in his head.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks. Oof, I get that twice in one night. Let's go.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, girl.
Busting out some zombie all night long.
I ain't mad at it. So, listen, what am I thinking? What am I drinking? I'm drinking a vodka lemonade freshly squeezed by my wife. Absolutely crazy. I know, out of control. What is happening
I
right
don't even
now?
know what's happening.
I know. It's insane. It's the Money in the Bank pre-show. Let's go. Come on. It's the go home show, Nick. Come on.
It is. Like tonight, well, there's a lot on the card tonight still. Like there's supposedly, again, another showdown between the tag team match. Logan Paul, Cena, Cody, and Jey Uso. And then there's also all of the Money in the Bank participants are going to be on the card tonight.
Okay, so listen, if we're gonna get one of these segments again, I need something similar to like when everybody was up there and like they had both the men's and women's briefcases. When Kevin Owens was like, "Hey, someone should just give me this briefcase right now. Someone just lower this to me."
Yeah.
Like I need LA Knight to fill that role. Also, it's gonna be weird having Seth Rollins on SmackDown, but whatever, I guess, right?
Yeah. I guess
He's Seth at Raw. Like, I feel like synonym, that word's not coming out.
synonymous.
Yeah.
With Raw.
Well,
No,
the other thing is they're putting all the women in the participants in a tag match against each other. So I guess Julie is going to be a heel. Is she considered a heel if you put her?
Yeah, she's heel.
Which is interesting too, because wasn't she just in like a tag team with Roxanne for like a week and then they split up?
Yeah. So like plant seeds of like dissent. Well, not dissent because they're not. In the tag
Yeah, they're on different shows, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, do your thing, get everybody in get everybody on the card. Say what you want about Vince Russo. He was very good at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, that is
TV.
I mean, I'm talking about a little bit before that, right? Because like 99 was really like the full on like hot potato every belt because it's a prop. Like I'm thinking like like late 97, early 98 when like everybody had a storyline, right? Like you were invested in Val Venus's choppy my PP storyline, all right? Like everybody
invested in that storyline. But that's what I showed up and wanted to know what happened.
Yeah, like everybody had something to do, and like whether or not you like, I feel like the best example of that, I want to say it was like Farouk had gotten a title shot at The Undertaker, and it was one of those things. But he was also feuding with like no, I'm sorry, I want to say Farouk was still feuding with Ahmed Johnson, but he had a title shot with Undertaker, so he's like, I'm gonna go kick the dead man's ass, and then I'm beating your ass, Ahmed. Like it was one of those like everybody acknowledged everything they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like everything was connected. It didn't feel like everyone had their own little corner of everything else. King of the Ring 97. Yeah, there it is.
No, like Codyverse.
The Cody. Hey, how dare you? Listen. Because of the Codyverse, we got that incredible version of Cody's theme song. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The version no one wants to hear.
Cody Raheem Rhodes. Come on, let's go. Just look it up. I'm not. Yeah, this is one of those things I'm not going to go for. But YouTube it, Google it, whatever.
Google.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. My favorite part is that he showed Brandy and Brandy laughed. Like, I don't know. Listen, what's great about that? There's a if anybody else plays video games, Marvel Rivals, the Hellfire Gala Captain America skin looks a lot like Cody Rhodes. It's fantastic.
Interesting.
I'd say hell too. We've got Lisa and John here, guys. If you haven't listened to the Sleep Token album, give it a go. Anybody else into heavy music, check out the Callous Style Boys. Fantastic.
Okay, I listen. I am so happy that I got an approval. I got a thumbs up on one of the songs from you. It was
I did not like it.
Was it no?
with Tupac, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Oh, California.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. So that's.
I'm like, oh no.
I was gonna say that started, and I was like, I'm not feeling it, and then the riff kicked in, and I was like, all right, I'm not mad at this.
And
Listen.
I hate this immediately.
I know it's good. It's good.
Listen, it's not the original, and nothing's gonna be the original. But like, listen, that guitar kicked in. I was here for it.
You.
Yeah. I know. Some people want Hotel California for that, but you know what?
No, you're just so over the.
Yeah.
Nah.
I knew Ed at least would like it.
No, it's a good time. I enjoyed it.
But Ed, what else you got with us?
Man, I just don't care about this tag match. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about this tag match. I know nobody's mentioned it, but like, there's a lot of video game stuff going on. So like, there's a bunch of Street Fighter 6 stuff that just got announced. And with that trailer, with that announcement trailer, Kenny Omega's been cosplaying as a bunch of different Street Fighter characters. So speaking of him, I'm glad he's going to win the Continental Crunch Wrap and unify that belt. Listen, so yeah. So we're gonna unify the what is it? The International and the Continental Crunch Wrap. So what are we gonna get? The Intercontinental title?
Intercontinental.
You should have just done this at the start.
Wait.
You should have just done it at the start. What are we doing?
Because everyone having a belt makes them more prestigious.
Absolutely. And especially because we're getting, Omega Okada 6. Like, just honestly, just give them their own pay-per-view. Like, all of their matches like an hour and a half long.
Meltzer would explode.
He's exploding thinking about it. You kidding me? That guy's melting all over the place right now. He's melting all over the place. I'm sure Moxley's bleeding somewhere right now. Like, he's bleeding. It's great.
It's the South Park meme, and it's just like him running computer. That's Meltzer thinking about that match.
I just don't care. Like, I wish I did. I absolutely wish I cared.
Oh, Joe's going to see Sleep Token at Barclays.
I'm so jealous. Those tickets were so expensive.
Joe,
like it's crazy too, because I distinctly remember sitting in your guys' kitchen, and it's like on the way up for that band, it was like they went from a band that was like, if you knew them, you're like, oh, this is good, and then they blew up, and then their new album dropped, and it was like, yeah, #1 on Billboard. Heavy music doesn't do that anymore. Like, the last time that happened was what, Limp Bizkit, Korn back in like '99. Would have like
bring out a leash.
You got Reese going. Bring him on. Buzzing for game titles.
The game titles unify. Yeah. I honestly can't wait till MXM defends the AEW Games title and unifies them with the Intercontinental Crunch Wrap.
Seriously,
just sipping on Baja Blast all day long. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, girl.
The Baja Blast title. It'll be like like college does, like there's a bowl for like the Chick-fil-A, like the at 5 bowl.
The Hateful Chicken Bowl. I love it.
Yeah, like the Chick-fil-A we hate everybody. But like, yes.
Tostitos.
Oh, recently the Intercontinental Krispy Kreme Championship.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, honestly. Like it's one of those things. Like,
it's very addictive.
How many Ks together?
There's a lot.
There's just too much going on. There's too much going on, and I feel like I haven't seen the AEW World Championship once in like 8 months.
Yeah, they've been in a briefcase.
And like, am I supposed to be sad about that? Like, I don't know. Listen, I'm just glad Paulie and the Seth Riders are killing it on Raw right now. Like, they're doing such a good job. No, but like, okay, listen, I'm joking about that, but like, legit, like, I don't know what their group is called. We'll call them the Vision, I guess, because that kind of makes sense, right? Do we like? Is anybody else feeling that there's going to be a fourth guy?
Or gal?
Yeah, I think
or gal too. That could work. But
Becky's rumors. There still might be someone from NXT.
I think Becky and one person from NXT would be perfect, but like, I think probably just to be Becky because they're going to be like overthinking it. Like, we don't want to overcomplicate it and make it like NWO.
But who would you? No, I was gonna say overcomplicating like the NWO would mean half the rosters on this thing, and then like, and if I'm fantasy booking something, it would be like a universe spanning thing where, like, if you would have gone back 10 years, I would have been like, Bray Wyatt is your Thanos, he's your he's your Apocalypse, he's your Dark Side. he's the WWE Universal level threat. We don't have that anymore. I'd replace it with Karrion Kross, but it doesn't feel quite right.
Not anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, but if you're gonna say somebody from NXT, who are you grabbing?
I wanted Ethan Page, but now he's got the American title, which we can drop that.
Yeah, who cares? Like it's about as meaningful as the Continental Crunch Wrap. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you're looking, like, it'd be crazy if you're looking at the big guy. I mean, he's the champion now, but like we dropped the belt, like Oba Femi.
Just surround Seth Rollins with a bunch of big motherfuckers.
Yeah, like just like you're never going to touch him. Like,
I mean,
go through hell.
I hear you, but the inevitable betrayal is one of those things. Like that was poor planning on your part, Seth. Like you knew this was coming, and now a bunch of big dudes are stomping your ass for 45 minutes.
Well, that's where I think the idea of like Braun Breaker being in there, because he's so over because of all the athleticism he has, is so perfect for that group, because he's the Batista, right? Like of like that.
Is
group.
he?
I
would argue.
I don't think so.
I would argue it's I was gonna say I'm with Nikki. I would argue it's as big as you need Reed. Like it's.
Well,
if you want to, if you want to compare Brock, Breaker is Orton, Reed is Batista.
Is Paul Heyman Ric Flair?
Well, all right. So, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give your,
but like
throw me the hell up there.
Version.
But to the same point though, like that's kind of like is Orton eventually was the foil to the whole group within it, and that's the idea, is that like the guy who's already kind of over more than any of them is Braun Breaker in that group. Like I mean Seth Rollins.
Say that again.
Like, the young one.
Yeah, because Randy Orton turned on all of them first.
Yes, I'm saying
that was it.
Yeah.
So then that's Breaker.
Yeah, it's going to be. That's what I'm agreeing with you. Breaker's going to be that's why I think Breaker should be the guy to do it, because Breaker's already over. Okay, he's already over. You get the barks and all that other stuff, right? He's already over. So putting Bronson Reed in this group makes perfect sense, because now when Breaker pardon the pun, a lot of beats, but when Breaker breaks away from the group, now you have him still having to go through Bronson Reed, which is a feud in and of itself for potentially 2 to 3 months to get to Seth Rollins. And that's kind of my point, is that like now you're going to build him up as a mega face.
Do you think that the fans would get behind him though? Is like this like big baby, like face of the company baby face though? Like,
yeah.
If he's the one who like realized that this vision didn't work for us, like it only benefited you, and like I joined this for a whole bigger cause to benefit us all, and I realized that you're selfish and XYZ, like all that whole gimmick. Yeah, I think that because we've seen it before. It's like all these stables realize that eventually someone becomes the dictator of the group, and they're just trying to benefit themselves.
If you're relating this group to Evolution, I'm sorry, is Randy and Batista really your face baby champions that leads your company? No, they're better as heels.
agreed. Yeah, because I don't know, like just seeing the limited mic time that Braun has had. It works when he shows up and he just, retreads the Steiner math stuff, which is hilarious, by the way.
Agreed.
But like, I don't need to see, I was going to use his real name and don't remember what it is. But I don't need to see. Exactly. Yeah. But like, I don't need to see Braun Reichsteiner, I don't know if he could do the babyface stuff. And I don't see Bronson Reed pulling it off either. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't see either of these guys being your big breakout baby faces, at least not right this second, and not where they're at right now. I have no idea where the story is going, but if you're gonna make Seth Rollins almost like the anti-Roman Reigns, in the same sense, where I only say the anti-Roman Reigns because that's kind of what he's saying he's going to do. Mm-hmm. But Sammy said it himself. He's like, if he wins the Money in the Bank, he's going to be worse than Roman ever was. And you set that up. And me looking for an interesting story in my real graps, my people, my people wearing underwear making mean faces at each other. I want that. Like, give me that. Like I want to see Seth Rollins be that douchey prick, but him play
All
the
fell
guy, but him play the guy that Triple H had played for almost for over 20 years of like, I'm a big badass. I'm the guy that did all this stuff by myself and I had no help. Meanwhile, every single step of the way, he had 1,000 goons like that you had to deal with in front of him.
Oh.
And what makes this story interesting, at least this particular iteration of that, I believe that Braun and Bronson could kick the shit out of everybody. Like, can you guys name somebody on the roster that looks like physically like they could stop these two? Karrion Kross, maybe? Listen, I only say that because that guy's got a legit background and did have a couple of amateur fights, and the guy's got a legit MMA background.
And well, I hope for your sake, our sake, maybe Karrion Kross is the 7th member of this Money in the Bank.
He's a 7th member. I hope he's like the 12th guy that comes out. Honestly, I want.
What's standing on a ladder?
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Listen,
it would be epic.
I mean, not for nothing. I was looking at the chat while we were all having a conversation here. I agree with Steven. Throw Omos in this group. Homo sapiens, stand up. Let's fucking go.
Oh, that poor pickle. I'm rewatching Money in the Bank. It's when they all turned against him. They lifted up and then threw him on the announce table like he was like a.
Give me the big dude. Let's go. No, honestly though, like the men's Money in the Bank. Give me Tama Tonga. Give me Tongaloa. Give me who's the other guy? Small Tonga, Tall Tonga. Give me all the Tongas. Throw everybody out there. Give me Big Reed, Little Reed. I don't care. Throw 17 guys at this match. I want to see 14,000 people. Yeah.
Willis Reed from the Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me Reed Richards. Give me Sue Storm. Give me Johnny Storm. Like,
oh, baby, soon.
Oh man, it's coming.
I need 17 people going through tables in this match. I don't care. Like, send in the clowns. Let's go.
Well, can we quickly, because I feel like Nick's rushing us off. But you asked who we wanted from NXT, and I originally said Tony D'Angelo because I feel like I like him so much in the ring, and I feel like he's better than this like weird little mob boss thing. But I'm also thinking Charlie Dempsey. Also, the connection. Sorry, punch my drink. The connection between all of that, like what his father is, like we're all like. No, I kind of would like him because I don't want him being mean to Miles anymore. I would think it's time for Charlie to be on me. Same with
especially without having what's his name in the company anymore, and having the no quarter catch crew is still a thing because that was his gimmick. Help me, what the hell's the guy's name?
No, it's Charlie, Miles. No. I'm
not wrong.
It's
the
other girl.
No, but who was the guy that started it? And then was talking about like he ended up getting thrown out because of
yes, shit.
He was the walking torture device. He was big PWG guy, big Evolve guy. I'm not gonna pull it. I can picture him. The guy was all over the video games too. He had that short-lived tag team with
Reese and Steven on each chat.
He had that short-lived tag team with Danielson where they were doing the fucking Misawa shit.
Shit. Philly guy.
No, not Trent Seven.
No.
I love me some Mustache Mountain, so don't even.
Shit. Oh, he's a piece of shit being gross with girls.
Yeah, he was being real gross around her.
His fucking face, like dark hair ginger.
I'm not gonna Google it, at least not on. Listen,
I'm not gonna Google.
Or I could Google it, but like nobody doing it. Nobody doing it like
no. Elgin wasn't in WWE. Oh, he did the PowerPoint to Randy Orton.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Gulak.
Gulak. There it is. Nobody doing it like him. You don't need Google.
I don't want to cheer that you knew Drew Gulak's name, but here we are.
Say his name, man.
No, he won't appear. He won't appear.
No flight.
No, me. That's why he got fired, Nick.
We're just throwing a bunch of drops in.
No.
Throwing off the rest.
Yeah. So yeah, so like the no quarter catch, like the no quarter thing is Drew Gulak's entire shtick, right? He
Yeah.
doesn't exist in this company anymore. Do we need that group? I agree with you. Give me I don't know what his real name is, but fuck it, call him something different. You know, William Regal. Give me Billy Regal Jr. on the main roster.
No,
I don't give a
Ed,
shit.
I got the gimmick for you.
The Three Amigos!
Absolutely. Make him a part of the Nude Catch Republic. Make him the most naked boy.
With your very
That's
disappointed
the new
older
catchphrase.
brother.
Yeah. Have him show up in just trunks.
Like, because Triple H
Fucking loves the British Indies. Yeah, he does. He showed up at
I
ICW.
love that.
Dope.
Again, like, I don't know if you watched his 3-hour Hall of Fame speech.
Where he
But-
cried for most of it. It was so awesome.
I don't like him and Paul Heyman like cried at each other for like 20 minutes.
It was so good.
He cried at Regal, how much he loves Regal, and that's why Regal's back. Then bring his son up. I'm ready for, you know, Charlie Dempsey to be, you know, Billy Regal 2.0.
Yeah. Make him Billy Regal Jr. I don't give a shit. Have him show up and just kill dudes like he's been in Bloodsport. Like, let's go.
Yeah, because he has been.
Give me.
I just feel like he's so much better than like fucking around in NXT.
Because honestly, the guy's ready to go. And I was super surprised that like you hand that guy a microphone. Super surprised at how comfortable he was.
Yeah, and he's so much better than what they're letting him be in NXT. Like, no, it's that.
Yeah, you either let him be that like the smarmy, like the smarmy piece of shit that he is on the microphone, or you let him show up and just fucking kill guys like he's been. And a part, excuse me for my language. Let him just run people over like he's been in Bloodsport. But I could say that about anybody, right? Bring in Harry Smith and have him kill dudes like he's killing people in Bloodsport.
Natty fucking Neidhart, like the fucking give me that.
Get this Natalia shit the fuck out of here. Give me Natty all day long. Give me Natty in Bloodsport. Give me Natty in NWA. She showed up in fucking NWA the other day.
Yeah.
And killed that chick and then slapped some person in the crowd. Give me Natty. Let's go.
Give me that fucking Natty.
No, it'd be interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of talent that needs.
Listen, Nick, you should probably give me my last shot because I will sit here all night and just rant.
I know how it is. Hey, last shot.
So we can talk.
This is why I let you.
We're shooting here, cowboy.
This is why I let you close then.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Listen, absolutely love the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. Can't say enough good things. But listen, if this is my last shot, fuck Drew Gulak, fuck Logan Paul, and fuck Hulk Hogan.
Well done.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
All right, Nikki. Fun, action-packed Money in the
Oh my
Bank.
god, I feel like we've been here for 4 hours at the bar.
Only 2. A little over 2. But just to recap, as we get to
Our ladies.
our picks, Nikki and I disagree on one. You got Naomi, and I have Stephanie McCare winning women's Money in the Bank.
Ugh.
But
Heely heels.
no, I know how you feel.
But we're gonna talk about this all again on Sunday. Nick's gonna show a thing and do a thing. But like, come back on Sunday. I can't wait to tell Nick that I was right and he was wrong. But he's been like the king of predictions. So he like,
I know. I've been very good. Get through a couple more comments before we get out of here. Reese chimed back in. Probably world champion next year, but I think he's an individual Heyman guy. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm not mad at it.
Or what about if Braun's cousin? Is it the other? Wait, or isn't it sibling? No, Scott's not. Well, I guess
Because he's Rick, and then Scott
Not family
Steiner.
work.
But Scott Steiner's son is obviously younger than Bronson.
Yeah.
I don't know what the age difference
Right.
is, but also they have, you know, Ed's boy Javante, who's like 3 years old. Fucking children. But I don't. Isn't there? I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but I think it's way too soon for that. Steven saying Chelsea Green.
I would love it. I would love to come down here and wear my Chelsea Green shirt for all of you. Because I worry. Because if you're doing a goodie, it's Stephanie. If you're doing a baddie, it's Naomi. Is Chelsea just your supposed to be your heel, but everyone fucking loves her?
Yeah, you're in between.
Your tweensers. Tweensies?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, whatever that correlates to you. We are back here Sunday at 6 Eastern to recap the event. I know you don't like.
I have to be in Princeton.
Well,
Someone has to work.
Yeah, but we'll be back here Sunday at 6 Eastern. So, Steven, you want to call back in and let us know if you're right about your Chelsea Green? I swear, if you brag about it, I'll make you the first caller on that. You can cash.
He needs to open the show.
Man, he would open the show with that. But yeah, it's very exciting. I know we're bleeding into SmackDown here, so let's let Triple H, as we always do, take us out here. Our not so CCO.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. You know, banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Able to do that tonight, like every other night. It's been a fun one.
Can I angle like Steven?
Even well done.
I see you, girl.
Another show without incident. So until next time, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Bye, my baby.